Hi, I'm Cynthia Fick, registered investment advisor and founder of Financial Life Planners. Not only am I a traditional investment advisor, I help people buy stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, but my passion, my mission, is to help women create wealth-building tools that will allow them to prosper throughout their entire lives. You know, by 2011, women are going to control 50% of our nation's wealth. But I think as a whole, women feel least capable of doing that. So what I'm helping women to tap into is two types of wisdom. There's the outer wisdom, you can get from maybe reading a book, taking a class, even watching somebody yell at you from a TV. But there's also a second type of wisdom, and that's what I'm really trying to help women create. It's a natural wisdom, one they're born with, and one I think they're really best at. And that's your inner wisdom. And when you tap into that, that's when really great things can happen. Let me start off by asking you two questions. And the first one is, are you living the financial dream life that you wanted to live, where you saw yourself at? So answer that question for yourself. And now I'm going to ask you the second question. If you're not, why not? And just take a moment and answer that question too. And I just want to tell you, whatever you answered right there, you're right. Because on some level, you have created your own reality. As a woman thinketh about money, so will she soweth. So that's the place that I start. And it's not just about knowing how to buy and sell stock or having someone tell you why you're doing this or that wrong. It's about tapping into your own inner wisdom and really walking away with a feeling, I can do this. I never felt I could before, but you know what? I can do this. Have you ever thought about what kind of thoughts and beliefs and stories you tell yourself about money? Maybe things that you heard when you're growing up, like, oh, don't worry about it. Girls aren't supposed to be good with numbers. Don't worry about that. Or, what do you think? You think money grows on trees? So just think about some of those stories you heard or beliefs you heard from your family or from your community that help mold who you are and what you think about money right now. And I also want to challenge you to say, do those beliefs truly reflect who I am and what I want in my life, or am I just kind of living out what Dad said about money? And think how those stories, those beliefs that don't support you and what you want in your life, think about how they maybe have blocked you in the past. So my mission is to challenge you to look at your beliefs, the stories you tell yourself about money and you with money, and say, do those really support me and what I really want in my life right now? And then to give you the tools that will help you transform those attitudes and beliefs that don't serve you so that you can really be creating the life of your dreams. And so you may be asking yourself, why is she so passionate about this? Why does she have anything to say on the subject? Well, it's because I've experienced it myself. About 15 years ago, I looked at my life. I was an investment advisor, stockbroker, charging down to a big corporate office in the city and didn't have children, and looked around at my life and said, wait a second. Is this the life that I envisioned for myself? I was very driven and supposedly successful, but I really had to step back and say, is this what I'm really wanting in this life? And the answer was no. I wanted a family, and I wanted more balance in my life. And I wanted to work for myself and for my clients and do things that felt in integrity with who I was and what I wanted. And I started envisioning what my office would look like down to the pillow. So that's how specific I got about it. So then how do I do this? Okay, how do I create? It was like you were telling me to learn how to breathe underwater, that I would give up this kind of miserable position I had to do something that I was really passionate about and that I really loved. Slowly, I began to do the inner work, create that bigger vision of what I knew I was here in this life to do. And I have created, through that, the financial life planning process. So the first step of the financial life planning process is our money attitude and belief questionnaire. There are 25 questions, And I'm going to ask you one here today, and that is on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you answer this question? I feel I can be financially secure. So just answer that question for yourself. And you may be surprised as you go through these 25 questions about how you're feeling. You thought, well, I kind of thought I had that down. But some way or another, if you don't, it will most likely show up in your finances. Remember in the beginning when I asked you your answer to the question, are you living the financial life of your dreams? Are you doing work that you love and are passionate about? And if not, I would say, why not? The financial life planning process can help you get really clear on the things that you're doing and believe in your life that are supporting you and taking you further along to your goal, and help you transform some of the thoughts, the beliefs that just don't support who you are and what you want in your life. So if creating wealth was just about doing the numbers, taking the class, reading the book, we'd all be wealthy. It is about looking inside and seeing first what your beliefs, your stories are about money, and if they're truly supporting what you want in your life. And that is what the financial life planning process will help you do. Actually create tools that you can use. Every time you have one of those less than great thoughts about yourself and money, and use that to transform it, to transition it, and so that you can continue taking those baby steps forward to do the things that you're really wanting to do in this life. I'm Cynthia Fick of Financial Life Planners, and I want to be your personal wealth coach. I want to take a look at your beliefs, your attitudes about money that aren't supporting you and what you want in your life, and transform them so that you can truly be living the life of your dreams.